Everybody, we are going live today to paint the coffee insert for our vintage trucks. They're double-sided, so you can have two colors. We're gonna trade out the Hello Spring for the Coffee Rise and Grind, because hello, sometimes you need that all day long. So when you come on, go ahead and tell me where you're watching from. Oops, I got something happening there. Where you're watching from, what you're doing today. Try to find us real quick. So I'm going to grab my tape because there's lots of little coffee beans on this one. So cute. It is so cute. There we go. Boom. Mute. And I have to just write something. Super something. Okay. So thanks for watching today. I had to paint this anyway, so I wanted to paint it with you. I do have a paint party tonight I'm super excited about. This one has some tiny beans. This set of beans, this trio is stuck together. That's great, I appreciate that. The other ones are not. Oh, wait, I got another one that is. I have a loose hair. Oh, it's fun to get old, guys. So I'm gonna just batch the beans right there. The fresh brewed is pretty, it's all one word. What to do. There's another section. So there's the insert itself. I think I need to come down a little bit. Ready? There's the insert itself that goes into the truck. There's the coffee bar, Rise and Grind. That's the tailgate, and then there's the fresh brewed. You know what, guys? You guys don't need to see my face. Let's go ahead and do that upside down and backwards one more time. There we go. That way you guys can see, because you just don't need to see my face. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside. You have the coffee beans. So let me know. Hey, Donna. So now you know why I couldn't get right back to you. I saw that you had just texted me. This one's so cool because I gotta have my coffee. I gotta have my latte, my cappuccino, my mochachinos, pretty much all of it. I was gonna leave this for Sabrina to paint, and then I was like, why should she have all the fun? So I'm gonna totally paint this one. So I really like the font on the coffee bar. All the letters are separate in the word coffee bar, but I like them. And then Rise, R-I is connected, S-E is connected, and Grind is. So why do I tell you that? Well, if you know that you don't handle a lot of little letters really well, this might not be the project for you. If you're not scared of it, awesome, look how cute that is. I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. So of course, I'm seeing teal in our future. I think you are too. Right, I'm gonna get my paper bag. My paper plates are packed away, of course. I'm gonna get some black and some gray. And I'm probably gonna do some fading. And I see this in my black truck. So if you have the double-sided truck, tell me what two colors you painted yours. So for example, oh, that's upside down. Mine is black and cream. I just felt like those were two colors that totally went together. That's why. I was like, where's the light? Silly girl. Tricks are for kids. Okay, I've got my Bahama Blue. I am pulling that out. I might not stick to that. Ooh, it's running. There's a little lump in the paper. I have the new paint I'm trying out from Hobby Lobby. It's very inexpensive. Crafter Collections. $3.99 for this big bottle. Or the little bottles are like 59 cents. 49 cents. I might be overpricing it. Right away, I want to say it's creamy. So that's good, right? If you're going to be a paint, don't you want to be the creamiest paint there is? We're going to check for opacity. That is, how well does it cover? I'm just going to go ahead and use this paper here. I'm going to use a paintbrush. And opacity is not great, meaning the coverage is not fantastic. Let me compare it to the Bahama Blue really quick. I should have left, to be fair, I should have just left one word unpainted since they were equal. Kind of see that the Deco Art does have better coverage, but you're gonna pay a little bit more for Deco Art. So let's decide, you know, what you're gonna do. I don't know. I mean, tell me what your favorite paint brand is. Maybe it is Deco Art. Black and cream. Donna did it black and cream. Hello, Shelly. Shelly, doesn't matter what time of day we're doing this. You have a very flexible job. Very flexible. I love that. I love it. Okay, so I don't want to go as dark as my truck, which is pure black. And I don't mind that my teal, my Bahama Blue is mixing at all, because I like my black to have a little bit of blue or green in it. That's just my preference. And I just picked a kind of like a cruddy paintbrush. I didn't even pick a good one. It's okay, guys. Hey, oh, you're a stay-at-home mom. So you are very flexible, but you're not at the same time. I was a stay-at-home mom until Sabrina went to kindergarten. And I know, I feel your pain. It's amazing and not all at the same time. I mean, I loved it. I would never, ever give it up. Ever give up those years. That's why we hired Sydney, so that she can bring Rooster over here, so that she can have that same experience. Okay, so it is darker, and I'm just gonna come in here and bring in some white and gray on the bottom while it's wet, and just soften up the bottom, kind of ombre it. So I'm darker on the top, a little lighter on the bottom. Just a little bit. If you don't like that, don't do it. Pretty simple. And Shelly loves it. I loved it too. I really did. And then I reached that point when Sabrina was going to kindergarten, and I was like, oh, well, I'm supposed to be doing something. And I was volunteering for the art program about, 50, 60 hours. And then when I finally took that first step into doing a career, which was the art studio, my oldest, Sydney, she'd always been pretty much perfect. Aren't those cute, brand new scissors? Always been perfect. She, of course, started acting out a little bit, because I didn't know that your kids need you more at the grade school level, or I'm sorry, at the middle school level, than they do at, like when they're young. I was thinking, oh yeah, it's mama's time. And it really wasn't. So I had my studio full on, full time for like a year and a month or two. And there was something that happened, and I just was like, not worth it. I mean, I really, honestly, by the time you pay rent and everybody, you're not making anything. And the community was like, please, please, please. It was a small community. Could you consider about just being open certain days? And that's when my husband's karate studio, I looked at, he doesn't use it on the weekends. And I thought, oh, what a waste. And I had to ask him, like, would it be okay to at least do birthday parties? Which were very lucrative. And then, I did 6 or 7 parties a weekend. And you just can't win for trying, because then I missed all the good stuff that happened at home every weekend for 6 years. So I don't know. I maybe should have stayed home, but I love my life. So maybe I shouldn't have. Okay. So why don't I go ahead, and I am a teal lover. So I kind of really want to just dig in there and enjoy that teal. And apparently I had a process, and you guys had to go on that journey with me, and you probably know way too much about me now. Okay. Sorry, not sorry. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and try. What color is this? They did not have a good turquoise, guys. They call this light turquoise, and they're not telling me the truth. That is mint. That is melted mint chocolate chip ice cream, almost. A little bit more green and they'd be there. So what I'm doing is when I load my sponge, I offload because you don't want a lot. And so it's okay to have two similar shades, but they're not quite the same. And okay, I gotta tell you, I love this color. It's different than my normal turquoise. It's different, right? It's inexpensive. I'll probably have to start offering this at paint parties. Take it with me because it is just a little bit different, little on the green side. The one thing I haven't done with this new Crafters collection from Hobby Lobby is I haven't mixed it yet, because you guys, I think you will agree that mixing like the non-artist paint, the craft paint, you always don't know what you're gonna get till you're there. Okay, so this is flat. I have 3D elements, and here they are. I have some hearts, they go on. One goes here, one goes here. I have the sleeve, I have the lid, the lettering. And then we tried to cut out the latte out of 3D letters, you know, just try to cut it out as the font, and it just didn't take, guys. So John went as deep as he could on those without going through. So if you don't cover them up too much, you're gonna be able to see them just fine. The other thing I'm looking at is, oh, and then a set of the beans goes on that. Another thing I was looking at is maybe he could do the whipped cream as 3D. Surprise, John. Okay, so I'm just gonna flip-flop back and forth my coffee sleeve. And hey, let me know, are you a coffee drinker or are you a tea drinker? I love going to Hobby Lobby first. I was a preschool teacher. Aww. And so Shelly, do you find that your kids need you more now? Like, not like all the time, but when they need you, like when they've had a bad day, they need you. They like, mom's at home. You're that rock. You are that forthright rock in their lives, and they're going to be so happy they have you. Okay, you know what? Sydney was here yesterday. She was helping. Deco art does not look like that. She was helping. She doesn't get it. She's clocking in, clocking out, you know what I mean? But she doesn't get that. Oh, I just watered down my mom's paint. Oh my gosh. We all have one kid like that, right? Which they're brilliant for everybody. So Shelly finds that their kids need them more now. I agree. So I think I'm just gonna stick to the Bahama Blue for my coffee cup. And then put as many coats on here as you like. If you want to change those dogs, if you want to change colors, it's okay. What you just don't want to do is gob on the paint, like heavily, thickly. Don't gob it on heavily and thickly. This wood can expand. And then once it expands, hey, I'm on live, hun. Once it expands, oops, that's gray. It doesn't want to either fit in a tab or, you know, because this is going to go behind. So nice and light, easy coats work out better. Hey girl, what's up? And you've seen a lot of my part. What is that?
To decorate for your pictures.
Oh, she thinks of me. It's kind of like pom-poms. I kind of feel like super excited. Thank you, sweetie. She's going to help me. That'll help for, you know, like, what do you call it? Staging some photos. I kind of look like a little skirt. I was a little scared at first that she was bringing me a little skirt to wear. And I was like, Okay. So I know for my cup lid, I wanted a little antiqued. I put gold there, but I might switch to silver or gray. And I'm just gonna stick with the tried and true Deco Art. It's their metallic shimmery silver. Do I smell KFC? Okay, the house is big, but when the doors are open, you can hear what everyone's thinking in the other room. Okay, here we go. I'm just hitting it one at a time. I probably didn't go as light as I should have, and that's okay. It's just paint, guys. It's just paint. We have those wet wipes. Did you guys see that sparkly? Woo! I feel like a pom-pom cheerleader without being a pom-pom cheerleader. Okay, so I could make my cup any color I wanted, or I could just go with traditional white. I'm gonna mix a little gold in there to antique it. Let's say the paper's old. Just a little antiquing. Still had a little silver in there. It's okay. So I absolutely love the vintage double-sided truck because, and this is one of the reasons why, it's just, the inserts are super affordable, guys. What are they, 15 bucks on the website? Just like they're 15 bucks. We're gonna keep them that way for a little while. Kind of an intro price. And so if I feel a different way, I'm gonna switch them out. I am coming up with my own designs for inside them. So if you have anything you want, we have all the seasons and the holidays. So I don't have Groundhog Day, but I won't be ready for tomorrow. So if there's something you're thinking of that you would like to have for your double-sided truck, let me know. Working on it, working on it. Because I welcome the ideas. Can I just refresh here for a second? Most of you guys are at work, so I know you can't stick around too long. I'm working tonight. I have a paint party tonight in Rockford. I can't wait. Another lady owns it, a small business. Love partnering with other women-owned small businesses. So I'll probably come back and paint that whole guide dark gray. There's a lot going on this design and I love it. It's not too much, it's not too extra. So if you're a coffee lover, whew, and maybe I should make one that says hello tea time, or very British, like tea time. Okay. All right, so, and the latte, I was just gonna do a deep red. I have the one that I've already pre-made here. It's kind of a dull red if I find that it's not extra enough for me. The second coat, or I can put a second coat in and I can make that one just plain old bright red. So has anybody picked up any of the extra supplies like the distressed inks or any of the other things we've been talking about? Because I'm getting ready to bring out some new stuff. They have distress pencils, or the gelato pens, or crayons, whatever you want to call them. I call them pens, but they're really not pens, are they? Okay, so with that same color that I painted the coffee cup, which is just gold and white, and the gold is from Crafters, and I liked the brightness. It is a little transparent, but you know, for this one's $2.49. Jeez, I know. So they're thick, they're rich. They're not as opaque as you'd want them, but if you don't mind putting on a second coat to save a couple dollars, this might be a good paint product for you to try. Okay, so I'm gonna grab a toothpick. I wanna keep my whipped cream sections completely separated. I'm digging pretty deep too. Okay, completely separated. So put on as many coats as you want. I definitely will put on another coat or two before I post final pictures. But for the sake of the paint along right now, I'm just gonna put on one coat. And that way I can get to putting on all the boxes today and get ready for my paint party. Okay, so, I know I just used red. That's crazy. That's crazy talk, you guys. How many paintbrushes I lose in a day. So I'm just gonna paint my hearts while I'm there. You can certainly use a sponge. I'm trying very hard not to press hard. I'm not doing that Hulk approach because then the paint would ooze down and over. So I have a paintbrush sitting here somewhere with red on it. All right, let it go. Let it go. Okay, I'm gonna hit the Fresh Brood with the red. So I got some brown on it, guys. This should cover up pretty good though. Let it go, let it go. The show must go on. Oh my gosh. So if you're chatting with me, let me just double check. I am not seeing anything. Okay, let me write hi again. Facebook does that. Don't you agree it's weird sometimes? I will definitely respond when I get off. So rise and grind. Rise and grind. It's going to be red too. I don't know if I can see it. Do you think? I don't know that I'll be able to see the red very well. I guess I went light enough there. Let's give it a go. I'm going to do a sponge. So you don't need the whole sponge, you know. We want to paint as much as we can without the husband saying, hey, you're breaching the budget. You're reaching your limit. So, you know, cut them down into little pieces. I mean, even that could be broken down again. Just so you can paint more often. You're not taking away from the family. That's my big thing. I want to take away from the family for something that gives me pleasure. Okay, when I say it, it sounds silly, right? Because, you know, why else be here? I see what I said. And I'll take it back. I'll take it back. So I wanted my colors to be something that I could put out all year. I didn't want to do necessarily spring colors. I didn't want to do necessarily, you know, Christmassy colors. So I picked colors. Boom, boom, boom. Basically across each other from the color wheel that I liked. So what is teal but a bluish green? Or a greenish blue, and across the color wheel is red. I went a little darker. I went a little cranberry-ish because bright red. I think it's from having red hair my whole life. Bright red makes me like crazy because I can't wear it. I can wear this color though. Fresh Brood, we're going back to the blues or the greens, and I can see now as it's dried, I definitely could use another color on that green. And these are different. I don't know if you can see them or not. See that they are different? One's teal and one's greenish teal. Mint, if you will. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and repeat my color. Hey, Sue. Thanks so much for watching today. Okay. This is going really quickly. That's why I love the inserts for the trucks, because you paint the truck, you paint the back. You do that in one session, and then now this one was probably the most complicated one. You could do one in an hour. Be like, oh, I got my art fix in an hour. You could be done, unless you're super complicated. Raise your hand. Give me some love if you're super complicated. That was my theme song for Sydney. I mean, I was the complicated one. When she was, young adult, troublemaker, you know, I hate you, Mom, it's just a phase. She was like, I was complicated, and she sang that song all the time. And I'm like, I'm not complicated, I'm just me. But raise your hand, I want to know, are you complicated? Do you like complicated things? Okay, I just have to do the beans and my shading if I want to do it. And geez, that was great. Okay, so I love it. So my brown, I don't think is deep enough. So what you could do is, you could use some distressed ink on your coffee beans if you wanted to. You could paint them gold and then go over top of it with brown, just to give it a little dimension. This brown isn't my typical brown. It's my fluid acrylic. They are a little bit more expensive, but you need a dot, guys. Come on, a dot. So I think I'm gonna hit them with gold first. I'm gonna flip that sponge over. Here are my beans. The gold's really see-through. I might do this again after. The beans are cute. They've got a little wavy line separating the left bean from the right bean. I like them. And then before that dries, I'm gonna pick up a little bit, maybe some water, just a little bit of water. And there you go, and my brown. They don't have to be like dark roasted beans, do they? They don't have to be dark roasted. Okay, let me show you what I got. So a little gold, a little brown. We're gonna let them dry and see what we get. I'm in my yoga pants today because I'm heading to the workshop. I did not dress up for y'all. Let me blow dry them really quick. I may decide to, I'm gonna do it now. I'm gonna hit it with a little bit more brown. The gold's great, but it is a little overpowering. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna take the, what are we gonna call this? That lid thing? What are we gonna call that? I need to flip that open. The rim, the whatever. I don't know, and we're gonna, I made it a little darker, but we're going to antique it just a little bit. So in order to do that, I do need to paint my coffee cup again, because I like to do it when it's, you know, almost wet. So the edges, you know what, if this is what you got in you, that's great. Just go ahead, you don't have to do any more. It's still gonna be an amazing design. If you want to give it a second coat, that's great. It's layers, guys. If you want a fantastic piece and you're ready for a little bit more, let's do some layers. So do the first coat, the second coat, cover up that wood grain, because I don't think it's necessary for this one. And then let's start adding like dots and squiggles and lines and shading. Shadings are great. Okay, so let's see. Let me think really quick. I am going to start on, okay, I'm really happy with how all this came out. I'm going to start shading on this guy because I think I like everything there. Okay, so let's go ahead and try the distressed inks first because it's such a nice color. Now, the question is, do I want to do black or walnut? I think I want to try walnut. Couple ways you can use them. I mean, you could use your finger and rub them on. You can use a damp Q-tip, which I swear there's one right there. And then you can use a damp brush, or even you can dry brush it. So if you're gonna do the brush technique, you're gonna want something pretty stiff. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's had a lot of days. It's had some fun in the sun. I'm gonna add a little damp to my paintbrush. You can test it out first. What's it look like? Oh yeah, it's like a little stain. Nope, I don't think I like the brown, which is good. It's okay, it's all right. I'm gonna come in with the black. They open pretty easily. So I'm gonna take a Q-tip and it's slightly damp. Remember to test it out. What's it gonna be? You can water it even more. I don't think I need that much. Okay, I do. I lied. And then, of course, if you do too much, like I just did, it's okay. Let me show you. I'm gonna just do too much, okay? Do too much. It's so much, that's okay. I'm gonna come in with my paintbrush and just touch it up. You'll get the hang of it. Just touch it up. Right there in the middle. See what it looks like. So it may look a little bit too, where's my Q-tip? Here it is. Too different than my cup. So I'm gonna go off the top here and the sides. I'm also gonna hit my cream pitcher, my pitcher cream. I remember when we used to all do like fat-free half and half, and now we're like, heavy whipping cream. That's a good thing. Just add a little shading. Just a little bit. Okay, that's a lot too much. These are inks, but they do, they wipe off a little bit with a damp wet wipe. You can come in and just kind of pick it up just a little bit. There we go. Easy peasy. So it's just a fun little technique, or you could do the brushes, or you could do the brushes and the angle brush technique that we've done in the past. Just pulling this up really quick so you can see. All right. Okay, so let's put this together. I'm not going to glue because I'm going to do some more detail work off camera. Fresh brewed. Okay, so that it's etched. I know right where every bean goes. Okay, I'm going to say that, but I do notice there's a couple. I don't know where they go. Okay, a singular one goes on this side. Okay, latte gets a heart, little heart. The Hello Coffee. Clean up my mess. Clean up my mess a little bit. The sleeve, the coffee sleeve. I went with the teal. Here's where we do need to do some shading on the sides. So I hardly have any of that distressed ink and water on this Q-tip. Hardly any. But it did a great job of shading. Just gonna put it right there. And my big heart heads on over here like this. Sweet. Sweet sassy molassy. Okay, next, the Hello Coffee. And I'm gonna definitely put a little love on this. Boom. Probably going to be going live again tomorrow. I just have a lot of designs I need to paint, and I'm going to paint them with you because it's always so boring. I always get to hear about you guys. Let me see anything new. Like I said, if you're commenting, and I'm not commenting back, it's just Facebook isn't keeping up, and it's okay. I'll come back. I'm gonna go to the workshop, and I have a paint party tonight. Whoop, whoop. Rise and grind. So I have the beans here. These three are connected, so that's easy. It's one of these three. Whoop. It even tells you which way to go. It's kind of like idiot proof. Which begs the question, why did I put it the wrong way, right? I like these beans better. They're gold with a touch of the, I'm going to call it walnut. They're calling it burnt umber, but burnt umber is not that color, people. Okay. And then Rise, RI is connected. Boom. SE is connected. Coffee, coffee, coffee. Gotta have the coffee. All right. And then is that, oh, wait, no, I have one more. I was gonna say, I have some more. I think one more set of beans, and I think they go right there. I'm not looking right now, but I'm thinking they're gonna go there. Okay, so let's change this guy out. So it's pretty simple. The inserts fit down between the railing. Sometimes I don't judge right, and I'm trying to come in over top of the rear view mirrors. It's just like, it doesn't fit, and I'm just not in the right spot. So I am just using double-sided tape, or no, glue dots right now. I got some wood. But you can use strike plates and magnets or Velcro. And I use double-sided tape all the time too. Okay, so this is how it's gonna go. This is how it's going down, people. So this is gonna go, slide right in here. Super easy. Steer clear of your mirrors. And then this is how it looks like on the black. If you want it yours a little shiny, go hit the, spray it first, you know. Give it a little spray tan. There you go. What do you think? I love it. I can see where I need to do some detail work. I'm gonna completely do that very soon. But thanks for watching with me today while I painted this. I'm gonna head on over to the workshop. And if you like this project, go ahead and just order it off our website. It's under Shelf Sitters and under Vintage Truck. Have a good day. Bye, guys.